2 years ago, you released your self-titled album, TLB, and you've been releasing a string of songs. You have this new one coming out. Why don't you tell me a little bit about the history of TLB?
We started this band actually right after my first band broke up. And so Tom was helping me write a bunch of breakup songs. At the same time the band broke up that I was in, I broke up with my girlfriend. And so that was sort of the cathartic thing. Hey, let's write a bunch of songs, or I wrote a bunch of songs, and Tom was like, they're actually pretty good. Surprisingly, Darren, you finally wrote some good songs. And then...
Good job, Darren.
Right. As he was trying for so long to help me write a good song in my old band, I finally did it on my own. And then he's like, now he wants to be a part of it, you know? So then he decided that he'd like to drum a little bit. And so he became the drummer. I asked my brother to be the guitar player. And our friend Dave Tirio was the bass player. And so as we were going along, that was like 2013, middle of, and then 2014 we really like started recording and started playing shows. And again, it was really slow moving until we started just kind of playing one-off shows with our friends' bands that were like in San Francisco at the matches and different things. And it was really fun, really. At the end of the day, we weren't really looking to do anything super serious, but just have really a good time. Tom's in Plain White Tees, and everybody's got their own things to do, right? Tom actually has fans. Our band was just like, you know, a fun project, right? But as it went by, it was like too fun to deny. And I think the songs were too fun to deny. Like, we just enjoy it so much that we finally put out our self-titled record in 2018. And Tom was like, we can't like have 2 years or more than 2 years go by without making a second record. So here we are. And this one kind of slowly was going, but it also ties into what's kind of happening at the record label that we're on and that we're part of, to sort of have every band on the label have a record and have a single sort of almost every month until there's a record at the end of the year. And it all just kind of fits a nice formula. And here we are about to release this new record on Halloween of this year, with today, as this is going live, our first single called Holiday. So, Tom, is there anything to add to that? I think that's it in a nutshell.
Yeah, it was a pretty good history of the band. I would say the one thing that you kind of skipped over was that the band, all of these shows that we played, we've been able to play some pretty high-profile shows because we've all been in the industry for so long. We've got a lot of really cool friends and a lot of cool bands. So, like you said, we played in San Francisco with the Matches, who are like local legends out there. So we played at the Fillmore, one of the most historic venues in the country, as TLB, some band that nobody even knows, you know? We played, what were some of the bands we played out with? Houston at the House of Blues? That show was unbelievable.
No Effects, Phoenix TX, that was a great Toy Guitar, all those Fat Records bands. Yeah, that was a great show.
Yeah. We played with our friends Crash Boom Bang at the 930 Club, one of the best venues in the country in Washington, D.C. And then, of course, Lucky Boys Confusion, our good buddies, they gave us our first show in Chicago at the House of Blues. So for being a band that's relatively unknown, we've had some really fun opportunities and been able to play a lot of awesome shows with our friends' bands. We also toured the UK with Medina Lake.
Oh, yeah.
So we've had a lot of really great opportunities. And so we have this kind of, you know, budding fan base everywhere that has kind of caught on to what we're doing along the way. And so, like Darren said, we've been releasing just one single at a time ever since that first album we put out in 2018. And we've got four singles out in between 2018 and then now the announcement of the new full-length album. With the fifth single out as of today, the song Holiday is out now. And then, so the rest of the album, I have to wait until Halloween to hear it. So, pretty cool.